What's up? It's your girl Micca, and you're back for another Red Cup Talks live stream because when we got the red cup, we're about to spill some truth, and we're definitely about to do that today. So I wanted to come on here and talk to y'all, especially my Kamala supporters, right? Um, y'all are very special. I love everybody, but we definitely don't agree on candidates. But nevertheless, I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about this historical campaign with no policies. Like, where are the policies? I wanted to come on here and really talk about that, right? She had her interview, which was 40 something minutes long, but got cut down to I think about 1920, which is crazy. I've never seen that happen. Anyway, and it was pre-recorded, and she had her vice president there, which I'd never seen that happen on the first interview of a candidate either. Didn't get any pushback or anything that she said. I mean, it was just, you know, a Kamala love fest because she didn't get any pushback. But nevertheless, we're not here to talk about that. What I really wanted to stress is the policies, right? So you guys told me that it would be it would be a policy driven campaign, just give her time. Well, here I looked it up, okay? Here we are, right? So Kamala, and I wanted to put this up because I wanted to make sure y'all saw that this is her website, that I'm going to her website. So we're gonna go here, we're gonna click on it here, and there's her website, right? Boom, this is what comes up, donate, yada yada yada, right? Then no policies, right? Okay, later. Then we're gonna go here. No policies. I don't see any policies. Donate, store, take action, meet Tim, meet Kamala. Where are the policies? Right? Don't see them. Okay, cool. So it's kind of like I said, right? That Kamala Harris doesn't have any policies. And I just wanted to show that I'm not being biased, that I am definitely going off of what I see from her. There's no policies there. All right. Now, I know on her interview, she stated a couple of things, but it's nothing that's extensive, nothing that we can go and actually read and look at and actually have it stressed. Right. And I have figured out why. I have figured it out because this campaign is not about policies. Oh, no, they're not about that red cup truth. They're about a vibe. And if you all are into hip hop, you know 2 Chainz is it's a vibe. It's a vibe. Yeah. I can't put it on here because of copyright reasons, but it's a vibe. All right. That's what the Democrats and the liberal media are saying it is. It's a vibe. This is a historic campaign based on vibes, right? Don't take my word for it. Take theirs.
The more details you share, the more your policies are going to get picked apart.
Harris has changed this from being a policy election and more of like a movement, a cultural movement.
It's a vibes election.
Right, that's right.
Policy, vibes. It's vibes election?
It's a vibes election.
This vibes election that we're all feeling right now.
It already felt like a vibes election before.
Most elections are vibes elections.
I think every election, frankly, is a vibes election. And I think there are really only 2 vibes that matter in American politics. One is hope and joy, and the other is fear and anger.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Like I told y'all that this lady does not have any policies. And frankly, I think it's also a strategy, right? Because they know if she puts certain policies down and that she can't, expound on them, then it's going to put her behind Donald Trump. So they rather just focus on the vibe of it all, meaning being energized. That's why you kept hearing, oh, the base is so energized. That's why anytime any of her voters, if you go up to them, they can't tell you why they're voting for her, right? Because she has no like specific policies, right? She can say, hey, I'm going to do 25K, but she can't give you the actual policy and what and how it's going to affect you as an American. She can't give you that, right? And again, now we know why. So I just wanted to focus on a couple of little things, right? about Kamala Harris that you're not really going to get in the mainstream media because they're only focused on the vibes and they don't want to break the vibe, right? So we're going to focus on that and go through a couple clips and come back and talk about it. Here we go.
Kamala's trying to run a vibes election. It's really a gaslighting election because they're trying to suggest that she's going to be some change agent when everyone in the current administration now is essentially going to stay in place if she becomes president. And everything that the American people are sick and tired of from this administration is going to just get worse if they go with the...
I told y'all, it's a vibe, but here we go.
You used a great line on the introduction. I've not heard it yet. I'm going to steal it, which is they're trying to ride the vibe. They're trying to essentially sort of talk about hope and change and feelings and all these types of sort of subjective things and ride that all the way into the White House. That's what they're going to try and do. They're not going to try and win this race on policy. I think you put her policies up against Donald Trump would win this race going away with the American public, but they're banking on this race not being about policy. They're hoping it will be about feelings.
Because it's a vibe. It's not about policies. Like, it's a vibe, right? I keep telling you, it's not me. The mainstream media is talking about it. I don't know how y'all missed it, but me got you, right? So it's a vibe. And they even talked about it, at the DNC.
Then you hear the criticism, she has to do more interviews, she has to talk about policy. Interesting from insiders you're speaking to, they're sort of like, no, absolutely not. Haven't needed to do it so far. Yeah. Why start now?
And that's exactly it. They're concerned about her doing that could potentially trip her up and give Trump some ammunition. In fact, a lot of those Democrats I spoke to today said avoid those policy prescriptions.
I haven't heard from many voters looking for white papers and policy papers. What they want to hear is what her vision is for this country.
The American people don't vote on policy prescriptions.
I actually think the way the American people think about this choice is less about the minutia of policy and more about the direction of the country, number one. And secondly, about the person. Character, it does matter.
And Jerry Connolly, the congressman from Virginia there, I asked him more about this. He said, remember what Elizabeth Warren did when she ran back in 2020? She had a white paper for every policy position under the sun. And what happened? She collapsed in the primary. So there's a belief that perhaps you put more ideas on paper, that's a bad idea. But the question is, voters want to see some of those ideas.
Right.
Maybe, but if you go with the vibes, it's a vibes election.
Right, that's right.
It's a vibes election. Go with the vibes. My man said, if you put more ideas on paper, you have the potential to fail. Who says that? Like, really, who says that? That's crazy. Look, you're supposed to be able to put your thoughts for the general public, meaning you're going to be the president for everyone. You should have this in writing, right? Detailing what you're going to do. I showed you. It's not there, right? It's not there. And the crazy part is her base doesn't care. They don't care. So they don't even know what they're getting. They know what she may have said at a few rallies or two because she keeps repeating the same thing. And I do mean repeating the same thing, right? From rally to rally, it is the same speech, like the same speech. But they know that. They don't know the actual policy that they can go and read and see if it actually works for them or not, right? And as an independent, that matters to me with any candidate, Republican, Democrat, or independent. I want to see the receipts. As Whitney Houston would say, I want to see the receipts, right? So, Kamala, what's up with that? I'll tell you what's up with it. It's a way to avoid having to stand on specifics. So when she doesn't deliver, right, you can't call her on it because she never had that as a policy. And if y'all don't see it, y'all are crazy because they're running on that. I just showed you all those videos that show that's what they're running on. That woman has no policies for you. She doesn't. I'm sorry. She doesn't because it's a vibe. It's a vibe. I keep laughing at that because I can't believe just like as a candidate, this is happening, right? Like where in my lifetime, I'm able to see this happen, right? She was selected, not elected, not one primary, barely wanted to do any interviews. The interview that she got was a softball, right? Where and they even chopped that down for her, right? I mean, what kind of time we're living in? Man, y'all can do what you like, but I just wanted to come on here and show you about Kamala Harris and what this campaign is really about. It's all about the vibe. It's not about policies. It's built on feelings. So I guess if you feel good, you're good. It's your girl, Micca. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you disagree. And if you disagree, why you disagree. If you agree, why you agree. And, if you knew about this, it's a vibe campaign going on because I really didn't know. Like, I have been saving little clips and I just started to think, like, it's a vibe. Like, it's really a vibe out here. Okay. So that's what we're going with. All right. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm out.